All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down one of the biggest marketing ideas from the last couple of decades, how to actually stand out in a world that is just completely flooded with noise. And we're doing it through the lens of Seth Godin's absolute classic, Purple Cow.
So let me just ask you straight up. Does it ever feel like you're just shouting into the wind? You've got this great product, this great idea. You're pushing it out there, but nothing. Crickets. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, you're definitely not alone, and there's a really good reason for it.
And here's the core of the problem. The old playbook just doesn't work anymore. We're all drowning in choices, in ads, in content. In this kind of environment, being good or fine or a little bit better is basically a death sentence. Playing it safe, well, that just makes you invisible. Which brings us to our first big idea here, the end of average. That whole era where you could make a pretty good, middle-of-the-road product, throw some ads at it, and expect it to sell, yeah, those days are long gone. The solution, or at least a new way of thinking, comes from this book. When Seth Godin dropped Purple Cow back in 2003, he completely flipped the script on marketing. He argued that marketing isn't something you slap on at the end. No, it has to be baked right into the product from day one. So, that leads us to the million-dollar question, right? What in the world is a purple cow? It sounds simple. It's a metaphor. But trust me, once this clicks, it changes how you see everything. Just picture it. You're on a road trip, driving through the countryside. You see some cows, then more cows. After about 5 minutes, they're just cows. You don't even notice them anymore. But what if, all of a sudden, you saw a purple cow? Whoa. You'd slam on the brakes, you'd pull out your phone, take a picture, and you would tell everybody about it later. That's a purple cow. It's something so different, so remarkable that you simply can't ignore it. And this quote just nails it. It's a little harsh, maybe, but it's the absolute truth of the market we live in now. If what you're doing doesn't make people stop in their tracks and go, huh, what's that? Then, for all practical purposes, you might as well not even exist to them. And here's where the magic really kicks in. A purple cow, see, it does the marketing for you because it's so different. People can't help but talk about it. That's your buzz. That's your word of mouth, built right in. It acts like a magnet for the right people, the ones who are actually looking for something unique. And over time, those people don't just become customers, they become your biggest fans, your advocates. Okay, so we get it. We know what a purple cow is. We know why we desperately need one. So now for the good stuff. How do you actually do it? How do you find your own? Well, the very first thing is a huge shift in your thinking. The old way, the boring way, was all about sanding down the interesting edges of an idea, so it appealed to absolutely everyone. The purple cow way is the exact opposite. It's about finding a small group of people, a niche, and creating something so incredibly perfect for them that they go crazy for it. It's about taking risks, not playing it safe. So here's a rough map. First, you've got to know your audience, inside and out. Stop trying to make everyone happy and find that one group that's being ignored. Second, you have to be authentic. People can smell a fake a mile away, and genuine passion is remarkable all by itself. Third, you can't stop innovating. It has to be part of your culture to constantly try new things. And finally, you got to be bold. You have to take risks. Safe is the most dangerous thing you can be. And hey, this isn't just some abstract theory. We see purple cows out in the wild all the time. Think about Apple. They didn't just build another beige box. They obsessed over design when nobody else did. Starbucks didn't just sell coffee. They sold an entire experience. You've got JetBlue, Tesla, Krispy Kreme. They all did something radically different in their industries, instead of just being a tiny bit better. That's what made them remarkable. And here's the most important part. This idea isn't just for giant billion-dollar companies. It's for you. It's for the entrepreneur, the artist, the marketer, anyone who wants their work to matter. So now the question becomes, how do you apply this to what you're building? Because at the end of the day, this is the big takeaway. Being remarkable isn't just a fun little strategy. It's the only strategy that works long-term. The future doesn't belong to the boring or the safe. It belongs to the bold, the different, the remarkable. So I'll just leave you with that one powerful image from the book. Don't set out to be a slightly improved version of what everyone else is doing. The question you should be asking isn't, how can we compete? It's, how can we be the only ones who do what we do? The answer, quite simply, is to be the purple cow.